Hello and welcome, my name is Sheep Thief and today I'm going to be coming at you with a WARNO 1v1 ranked tips for beginners and intermediate players. I think the first thing that I'd recommend is when you come into a city like this, make sure you move your infantry up to the very front of the city. I think a lot of new players, they get into a city and they just hold back in the back. Even if you're going to take losses up in the front, you should bring the infantry forward to get vision, as well as make it so that your enemy can't just disembark infantry right into the city and turn it into an urban combat situation. If you push up to the edge, then they have to disembark like back here as opposed to coming straight in. Tip number 2, I would say, is that when you're playing WARNO, you definitely want to have your AA like in position before you make a big advance. So there may be times where you have a situation where you can push for a point, but if your AA is too far behind, then you're going to be very vulnerable to helicopter fire. So make sure that if you have an opportunity to push, that you have AA pushing forward as well, because helicopters are used to punish advances that get a little too far away from their AA web. So this is like this one almost counts as one right here. But he did have his AA just in position, so the helicopter went down. Tip number 4 is pretty standard. A lot of people say this tip, but make sure you have recon spread out. In this game, a lot of newer players are kind of confused about like where even is the enemy. And if you don't know where the enemy is, you're going to have a hard time, and you're going to have situations where you have ATGMs coming out of cities and you don't even see them. So spread your recon out. If you're having trouble, sometimes it's worth taking a turn to spend like 200 points on just recon units. Tip number 4 is when you're trying to attack cities, make sure that you are cutting off the road that is coming in. So like what this guy's doing right here, he's attacking with a Bradley. And it's made me disembark all these pioneers over here. So if you make sure that you're flanking a position and cutting off the reinforcement route. A lot of players try to just head smash into things, and it often doesn't work out too well. And the final tip that I have is try to think unconventionally about zones. So you don't necessarily have to create a straight line across, like especially on a map like this one that you can see here. You just as effective is a attack that pushes through here and then pushes through here. So you can ignore your own zones, just make sure that you're getting creative with it and attacking in places that people can't see. Often you can get overextended. So what I said earlier about having your your AA web figured out is very important. So that concludes my 5 tips. Let's see if I can remember them. Push your infantry all the way up. Make sure you move your AA up. Spread recon out. Cut off supply routes into cities. And don't be too predictable with your attacks with the layout of the zones. So you don't need to make like a line, like a big Napoleonic line. You can go to other places. That's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you want more sort of brief tip videos. I'll see how they do. Hopefully people like them. And if you want WARNO content, then go ahead and subscribe. See ya.